Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner, the Imandra map on the public test server. I've got landslide in the mountains started with that one done, and then see where we go from there. There's this one needs a container. Excuse me. Riddle of Geology needs a container. And then once you're all the way down by Riddle of Geology, there's a cabin. Remember when we were picking up the aircraft parts, there were a couple cabins there? We have to haul one of those cabins back up, halfway back up to the north. So kind of a big roundabout trip with a map. I'm not sure if we'll have time to do all anymore, but I'll get done when we can. I was just over here a minute ago with a truck with the cat specifically set up with the rack to haul a container. And on the vanilla version, apparently that's what it does. But on this one, on this modded version, that rack is just a flatbed, is just a base for having a flatbed on it. It doesn't haul a container anymore. Because I pulled up here and all of a sudden the sign goes away. See, now this time it gave me cargo management. Last time it would not. And that rack is specifically meant to haul a container. So I just came back with a different truck, which is what I brought you in the middle of. Damn it. I hit reverse in hopes of missing the post, but let's take a quick look. This has to go all the way down here. And you do have that little tiny land bridge there. But since excuse me, I had 2 concrete slabs side by side, and I could easily drive across there, except for you know, falling through the ice. But since the game updated, it changed all the concrete slabs back. There's only one here, one there, one there. All the slab readjusting I did to make it easier is gone. So, I don't know if I should try that or not. I think I should just go back through here, get down on the ice, and go around. Let's go up to here. Get down on the ice. Oh, quit moving. Come back up into this corner. And then head down here. So back the way I just came. Might as well start out with a full fuel tank. I do have a new vehicle I kind of wanted to showcase, but I don't know. See how long this takes. I haven't purchased it yet. I've downloaded the mod, but I have to go to the store in the garage. And purchase it. That last boulder threw the ass end over. And I couldn't steer away from the rock. It says that way. I'm not even close to where I would go down onto the ice. And I don't know about the audio issues on this. It works good and then it doesn't work. And then it comes back working great again. Gotta be some sort of intermittent connection somewhere. Thank you for the damage. I don't want to go over there. Stay up here. There's a scout fuel trailer sitting right there. And I was thinking about using that Chevy to do it, but you know, that's something I may get to eventually. Again, I may not. I don't know how much more of this Imandra stuff I'll do. I've done the big jobs. I've found all the updates. I opened the garage. I feel more or less like I've done what I needed to do. I feel like these little tasks, just running a container from here to there, or dragging a cabin from here to there, or delivering a car, pulling the vehicle to where it needs to go, or delivering a scout trailer is just kind of almost wasting time. What am I going to learn from doing that I can use on the live server? Back off of that. Turn right. What I have learned is that you gotta get yourself several of these cats, set them up differently to do different jobs, and pretty much exclusively use these cats. But the only problem with that is they're too big for those small river crossings where you gotta drive across the concrete plank. Yeah, you can forget about that with these things. It's got such a wide wheelbase that it overlaps the planks, and although if you did keep it dead center, you could do it, with the exception that no, I don't want to go up there. you could just skinny across it with only the insides of the tires on the cement plank. But there's some sort of glitch between these modded wheels and those concrete planks. And it'll actually pick up the planks as you drive across them. And then you go in the river anyways. Or the lake, whatever you want to call it. This is not a pleasant journey through here, and I somehow got off the road. Not that you can see a road, really. Because where you deliver, where I was, is different than where you deliver. Here we go, cargo management. Okay, that's a job done. I will accept, and then I'm going to shut off this machine. Stop engine, close functions. I have another, the next job is picking up another cargo container and taking it down to the Riddle of Geology, which is way down there. So really, if I'd done a flatbed trailer, excuse me, if I'd done a flatbed trailer and hauled 2 cargo containers down here, I could just go on to the next job. But I did not, so I will pick up the identically equipped other cat. Hopefully the audio is still working. I think if I don't touch the connection, it'll stay good. The other day I was saying something about how it cuts in and out, and I reached down and I picked up the connection that I was referring to. And then I grabbed that phone call, and then when I came back from the phone call, the audio was really muffled. It didn't sound like it was to me, but when I watched the video before uploading, the audio was really muffled. And then right in the last 5 minutes of the video, it came back to perfectly normal. This is always a bad spot. In another different small vehicle. I wouldn't get through here without winching. I've tried to drive through there in several other vehicles and had to winch them through. This guy. I'll hit that thing going in and out. You know what? In the interest of not hitting it on the way out, around this way, I can come at it from at the gate from a straight shot. Alright, my other cargo container for Riddle of Geology. The picnic tables out there. Now to pick a way to get through. I know how I'd like to go through, but it involves going across one of those stinking little bridges, either this one or this one. And I know this is just impossible. What happens is the second the tires start to get on top of that, the second you approach that concrete plank with this vehicle, it starts to shake and wiggle and pick up, and by the time you start driving on it, it really freaks out. It's some sort of glitch. I don't know if this concrete plank, you know, when I had these set up side by side, I drove across it with the cat, no problem. But right now, it's only one plank. But I suppose I could try getting across it. So I have to end up down here. Actually down here. So that would be the closest place to go. So I went back up this road. Damn it. I like the new mouse, but I don't like how easily it slides. You have to try and hold it still while you double click, or it slides across the table and makes the map move. Screw it, I'll check it out as I go. Wasting time, wasting fuel, sitting there trying to make marks. I know where I gotta turn. And then I gotta go across the ice. Gotta follow the shoreline around. Unless I go straight over the top. That looks like a lot of boulders in the way. And then across the crossing that I probably will fall in. And you know what? If I fall in the lake, I'll just pick something else to do. There's no shortage of things to do. Or I'll just call it a video. After I get the evacuator up there or something to get it out of there, then I'll start up again. But I'm not going to waste video time on going to extricate this thing from the middle. You guys all know how to pull something out of it. Don't need me to explain that. As far as that goes, you guys want to do this. Load a cargo container. I was just thinking of show you difficult things I'm trying to do. And this broken up looking ice will not work. It's not me. You can use this almost like a roadway. The ice that big chunks of ice like that, you can use them like a roadway. To get around the stuff that will break up. Go up here versus trying to follow the shoreline. Quite that hard. Wow, that rock. This section is still going. Get it full speed, bounce up. Just keep bouncing. Bouncing always bouncing. Let me see where I am. Oh, I'm coming up to that crossing. No, there's only a couple ways to approach that crossing that you won't fall through the ice. This is where the road comes, well, the trail. The trail comes down between those rocks right there. You can almost make out tracks in the ground. See where it comes down the hill through the gully up there, and then you have to make it over those two rocks, and then you have to make it over this part that is going to cave in. And then you follow the blue path out here to this crossing. And like I gotta back up. See right there. You get off the blue, you fall through. Get that right. You get off the blue, you fall through. So this is where I had 2 pads set up side by side. So now this pad is not freaking out. Or maybe it is. It's like I'm sticking to it. See how it started to pick up as I backed off? As I backed off of it, it started to pick up. And now it won't let me go forward. Look up here. I knew it was crossing. Fuck. One thing I can try. I doubt it would work. But I could try moving that. Cranes. The weight from the crane on this side. I don't know if I can maybe even attached. This is a small crane. I doubt I could attach. Now see, it attaches to the block that I'm on. But fuck, maybe that'll be enough. Me. I can't. Thinking the weight, just the weight of the crane arm out there might be enough. And then I thought, well shit, maybe I can attach it to one of those concrete blocks and use it to point out. Let's leave it like that. Close functions and try to pull forward. And pull winch. No. It's the curse of these wheels versus these concrete pads. I suppose just a weight hanging over there would can't do it. Oh, it moved over a little bit. Come on. Come on. Oh, fucking A. Got up out of there. Alright. I don't need crane mode. I need to restore crane. Okay. See, if I could fix, if I brought a crane out here and fix that up, I could get across if it was 2 blocks wide. I could get across it. It would still pick the blocks up, but I could scoot across, I think, before it did any damage that I can't get out of. But you saw how even when the first attempt when I was perfectly straight, I had all 6 wheels on it. Or all 6 wheels lined up with it at least. Only the fronts were on it. It just stopped. It stopped dead and I couldn't force it to go forward. Okay. Up to there. Over there. Then start this way. Oh yeah, there's that pinch point there. So I kind of more or less want to go straight into the woods there and come around all this and straight down. This thing will not do tight pinch points made for, you know, you can just barely get a smaller truck through there. This thing's just too big. So I just go off through the woods and go around it. Thanks to a mod that allows me to knock the trees down, otherwise it would be a real bitch. That's the thing with using, if you did use like a whole fleet of cats for everything you wanted to do on this map, you would have to use it in conjunction with the tree mod, the trees dawn mod, so that you can do this. Otherwise you would I'm trying to not make this pop. I'll let you guys still hear me. Otherwise you would have to try and get this big old giant mother through those tiny pinch points. And you've seen me try to do that on previous videos. It's not fun. it's much more efficient time-wise to just burn your own trail through the forest or wherever you want to go. I'm kind of amazed this thing came up out of the river on its own. I think it was only because I had the additional weight of the crane hanging out there, tipping the truck back over onto those left side wheels. And here we are at Riddle of Geology. That's 2 down. Unload. Now I gotta deliver portable cabin to the fishing spot. What is this? I'm sitting right next to a job. And it doesn't even show up on here now. It probably was Riddle of Geology. New pool. Got to run down the shoreline all the way to here, which is no picnic, but it can be done. There's one really skinny spot. Half the tire is hanging over, but if you're careful, you can do it. And then run it up to there, which means going around. So there, up around the shoreline, have to negotiate this somehow so that I end up on that road. Either go around this way or go around that way. Take that road up to there. Take this road up to there, and then go down onto the ice and over to here. Just a few broad strokes. Keep me going the right direction. With the trees mod, you pretty much don't have to worry about tree stumps. You can still winch off of the tree stumps. I gotta turn around. You can still winch off of the tree stumps. Even the trees that you're able to knock down, like these right here, you can still winch off of them. You could still winch off of these tree stumps. But you don't have to worry that you're not going to be able to knock them down or you're going to get stuck on them. You wouldn't have to try and find a way through this forest by squeezing between the trees. Now you could always knock over these little ones, even without the mod. You can always knock over the little ones. The mod lets you knock over the big ones, But there's really no downside to it, because even though you're able to knock them over, you can still winch off of them. That's not even the skinny spot I was talking about. You gotta hug this. See how this thing keeps making those blocks pick up on edge or fly up into the air. If I was driving over this with anything else, it wouldn't do that. It's just a thing with modded vehicles, or maybe it's just this mod in particular, but sometimes they'll flip up if you know, with even like a vanilla vehicle, if you hit them hard enough, they'll flip up and they'll cause damage. But this thing flips them up all the time. There goes another one. Okay, I guess this one here. Hey, let's run into the other one first. The task is already accepted. I wish this would stop rolling backward. I can't hook up to it. When you roll backward, stop. I can get it from center to center. Won't be pulling it off camber. Alright. Away we go. As soon as I close functions. I need to pull it in closer, so it's not over there trying to fall into the lake. Like I said, you can use this broken up looking ice, this chunky looking ice for a road, basically, as long as you stick to that or the blue ice. This is the spot I said I had to get around one way or the other. And you know what? This don't look too shabby right through here. I saw this gap on the map. Thought it might look okay. If I could just turn sharp enough without backing up, that would be nice. I gotta... oh, dang it, all my mints are gone. I'd have to go out to the shed to get another bag. take a drink of water. I live in a... Stop that. I want to get the mouse off the screen without screwing up the camera. I live in a 22-foot travel trailer. And think about, 22 foot long by 8 feet wide. Most of your bedrooms are bigger than my entire living space. So I have a little shed out back. I have a deck that runs alongside the trailer, and then off the back end of that deck is a small shed. It's only like 5 by 6 or something, but it's big enough to put my freezer, some extra things that I like having around, and it also acts as my pantry. When I go to get a good deal on cereal at Dollar General, so I might have 3-4 boxes, I only keep one in the trailer, the camper, and keep the rest out in the shed. All my frozen foods are out there in the shed. I have a small freezer in the shed. I have, a basic assortment of tools out there in the shed. I have my laundry stuff out there in the shed, You get the idea. I have my monitor and my keyboard on the little dining room table with the computer on the bench. There's bench seating on 3 sides of the table. So the computer's over there on the bench where people would sit to eat, but I live by myself, so nobody sits over there. Alright, task 3 completed in under an hour. 3 jobs done, so I'm gonna call that good. I see there's delivered to the parking lot a TUS 166. And you actually pick up the TUS 166 right there in front of me. It's literally that. But then the parking lot, the parking lot is I forget, way up there or something. I'd have to troublesome motor. There's the parking lot. The parking lot's not that far away. Maybe I'll do that when I come back, since it's so close. And then that little trailer is right there, which needs to go way down here to the junkman's house, I believe. Old scrap metal. Or is it nighttime delivery? I forget. Doesn't matter. But I'll leave you with that and say thanks for watching. Catch you next time.